For the first time in more than 2 decades, Argentina will go into a World Cup tournament as one of the real favourites. Yes, even when they got to the final in 2014, they weren't favourites at the start of the tournament. But right now, everything is pointing to the Albiceleste going all the way this time and winning the World Cup for the first time since Diego Maradona led the nation to success in Mexico '86. But why do we think Argentina will finally win the World Cup in Qatar in about a month? Number 1, they have a solid squad. Argentina have been blessed with superstar talents throughout the years. The teams have always had big names, but those big names were hardly always beneficial. Yes, they had names, but they didn't really have a good squad around them. About 10 years ago, Argentina could boast some of the finest attacking talents in the world, including Carlos Tevez, Gonzalo Higuain, Javier Pastore, Ezequiel Lavezzi, Angel Di Maria, Sergio Aguero, and of course, Lionel Messi himself. But they suffered terribly on other parts of the pitch. However, this time around, there seems to be a perfect balance all round. They don't have the biggest names, but they really have a solid team with players that always seem ready to play for the shirt. And they already showed that they can achieve things together by winning the Copa America last year. But we actually can't talk about the squad without specifically talking about the number 1 position. Number 2, a solid goalkeeper. Argentina have not had the best of luck with goalies. Over the years, they've had to settle for error-prone goalkeepers who are second or third choices at their respective clubs, and it's cost them heavily, particularly at the 2018 World Cup. But in 2020, Emi Martinez rose from obscurity and proved immediately to be a very safe pair of hands, and he instantly became Argentina's number 1. They would also discover that not only is Emi a great shot stopper, he's also amazing at saving penalties, so it's a 2 for 1, and they enjoyed the entire package at the 2021 Copa America. He heroically saved 3 penalties in the semi-final of the tournament to send Argentina to the final, where he went ahead to keep a clean sheet. With a keeper this solid between the sticks, Argentina look a different side. You know, like favourites. On days when the rest of the team aren't looking so good, you can trust your goalie to pull off some world-class saves to rescue the team. That's an edge Argentina have lacked in previous World Cup tournaments. Number 3, incredible form. Going into the 2022 World Cup, absolutely nobody is in the type of form that the Argentinians are in. The Albiceleste have not lost a single game since 2019. That's 35 straight games without losing. Incredible. If they can keep up this form for just 7 more games, they'd be world champions. And can you really bet against them going unbeaten in 7 games when they've already done that 5 times over in building up to this point? Number 4, Scaloni. Let's be honest, this Argentina turnaround started when they hired their current manager, Lionel Scaloni. The ex-Argentina international was hired after Argentina's disgraceful World Cup in 2018, and he's been able to improve the team massively ever since. And he already has a trophy to show for it, something Argentina were lacking for ages. And to think he was the least favourite for the job back then. He had no experience as a first-team coach, having only worked as an assistant at Sevilla and Argentina before then, but he took on the job and has been brilliant ever since. If Argentina go on to win the World Cup in Qatar, massive credit will go to their young and vibrant manager, but we all know who most of the credit would go to if it were to happen. Number 5, Lionel Messi. Messi is the captain and best player of the Argentina squad, so naturally, all eyes will be on him in Qatar, both the eyes of the fans all around the world and the Argentinian players themselves. And well, Messi hardly disappoints on these sorts of stages. When Argentina won the Copa America last year, he was the best player, top scorer, and top assist provider of the tournament. And don't forget, he has already been named best player at a World Cup tournament back in 2014, when he practically single-handedly dragged an average Argentina team all the way to the final. If he can repeat that in 2022 with a much improved team around him, it should be enough to win Argentina the World Cup. And the form Messi is in right now is absolutely insane too. 26 goal contributions in just 18 appearances so far this season. Those are typical Messi numbers. He's scoring and setting up goals for fun right now. He was the first player to hit 10 plus goals and assists in all competitions in Europe's top 5 leagues this season. And if you notice, Messi has been saving himself for the World Cup and prioritizing Argentina. He has said that this will be his last World Cup, and he wants to make sure that it's his best. His teammates and coaching staff are also determined to make it his best as well, as they all seem to be ready to do anything for him. Yes, we're looking at you, Rodrigo de Paul. All these factors put together just point to 2022 being Argentina's year at the World Cup. But then there's one more thing. Number 6, FIFA Simulation. FIFA, the popular video game, has run a simulation of the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, and their results show that Argentina will come out as world champions. Before you say it's just a video game, listen to this. The FIFA simulations have been correct for the last 3 World Cup tournaments. It correctly predicted France as winners in 2018, Germany as winners in 2014, and Spain as winners in 2010, all before the tournament kicked off. So the simulation is not something to just ignore. But what do you think though? Will Argentina really do it this time around? Or do you think it's just going to be another near miss? You know what? Get yourself in the comments and let us know who you think will win the 2022 World Cup. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also turn on the bell notification so you never miss out on new content, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.